You're sitting on the floor. The door is locked, and the silence is heavy. You finally break. As the first tear hits the ground, you think you're grieving in total isolation. You're wrong. Before you even catch your breath, you hear it. The frantic, rhythmic click of pause. A cold nose forced into your palm. A heavy, warm chin anchoring itself to your shoulder. In that moment, those soulful eyes aren't just looking at you, they are looking through you. Your dog didn't hear the bad news. They didn't see you fall. So how did they know the exact millisecond your heart broke? Is this just a desperate search for salt in your tears? A trick they learned for a treat? Or is it something far more haunting? Science has just uncovered a biological bridge forged over 30,000 years, a hidden neural link that tethers your dog's nervous system directly to your pain. This isn't just sympathy, it's a shared biological reality that defies everything we knew about survival. Welcome to MindfulCanineLab. Today, we are stepping into the action lab to decode the neural shadow, what actually happens inside a dog's brain the moment you cry. Brace yourself. The data is more emotional than the instinct. For decades, the traditional scientific community was remarkably cold about this behavior. They had a clinical name for it: interspecific social contagion. Many experts argued that dogs don't actually feel empathy as humans do. They claimed that when you cry, the high-pitched frequency of your sobbing simply annoys or stresses the dog. In this view, your dog approaches you not to comfort you, but to make you stop the noise so they can feel comfortable again. It was seen as a purely selfish act of survival. Another popular myth was the reward loop. Skeptics suggested that because you might have petted your dog or given them a treat once when you were sad, they now simply perform the act of comforting you to get a reward. They called it cynical manipulation. But let's ask ourselves, have you ever felt a dog stay by your side for hours in total silence, long after the treats are gone and the crying has stopped? Have you felt them shiver when you shiver? Modern neuroscience has officially retired these dry, cynical myths. Using advanced fMRI technology and chemical analysis, world-class labs from Vienna to Duke have proven that dogs aren't performing, they are mirroring. They aren't seeking a treat, they are seeking to stabilize a nervous system that they consider part of their own. At MindfulCanineLab, we believe your dog doesn't just hear your cry, they download it. To understand this miracle, we must step into the action lab and look inside the canine cranium. 1. The auditory bridge, more than a sound. In a landmark study at the University of Vienna, scientists placed dogs in fMRI machines, awake and comfortable, and played them recordings of human sounds, laughter, neutral talking, and crying. The results were staggering. When a dog hears a human cry, a specific region in their brain called the primary auditory cortex lights up in a way that is nearly identical to how a human brain reacts to the same sound. But here is the mindful part. The signal travels instantly to the amygdala, the emotional switchboard of the brain. They don't just process a frequency, they decode the emotion of pain. Their brain processes human crying and dog whimpering in the exact same neural neighborhood. To your dog, your cry is the cry of their pack. Number 2, the oxytocin mirror, the chemistry of healing. This is where science meets the heart. At Duke University, researchers measured hormone levels during these emotional interactions. They discovered what we call the empathy loop. When you cry, your body releases a surge of cortisol, the stress hormone. Because a dog's sense of smell is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours, they can literally smell the chemical shift in your skin and breath. In response, the dog's brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But here is the breakthrough. The dog's oxytocin isn't just for them. By approaching you, nuzzling you, and initiating physical contact, they are attempting to trigger an oxytocin release in your brain. They are acting as a living, breathing pharmaceutical factory, trying to pour love chemistry into your system to lower your stress chemistry. They're quite literally trying to medicate your sadness with their presence. But the most mysterious part isn't the chemistry, it's the rhythm. Recent studies in canine cognitive biology have revealed cardiac coupling. When a dog leans its weight against your legs or chest while you're distressed, their heart rate begins to synchronize with yours. If your heart is racing in panic, the dog will often take deep, heavy sighs. They aren't just tired, they're trying to model a slower respiratory rhythm for you to follow. They are adjusting their internal metronome to help you find your way back to a calm beat. But wait, this raises a fascinating question. If they mirror our emotions so perfectly, why is it that they hide when we are angry, but run toward us when we are sad? Why is tear chemistry different from anger chemistry in the mind of a dog? The answer lies in a hidden genetic code for connection. We have analyzed the data. We have seen the brain scans, and we have measured the hormones. But what does this mean for the relationship between you and the soul sleeping at your feet? It means that the term man's best friend is a biological understatement. You are not just their owner or their provider. You are their secure base. In the canine mind, your emotional stability is the foundation of their entire world. When you cry, their foundation shakes. They don't comfort you because they are good dogs. They comfort you because you are a part of them. Science shows that dogs are the only species on Earth that will consistently prioritize the distress of another species over their own comfort. Mindful action for you today. The next time you feel the weight of life pressing down on you, do not push your dog away. Do not feel weak for crying in front of them. Instead, engage in conscious connection. Sit on the floor. Allow them to perform what we call deep pressure therapy by leaning their body against yours. This physical grounding is a biological signal to the brain that the predator has passed and safety has returned. Look into their eyes and let your breathing slow down to match theirs. In that moment, you aren't just petting a dog. You are participating in a 30,000-year-old healing ritual. You are co-regulating your nervous systems. You are coming home to each other. The Action Lab can give us the data. We can talk about the amygdala, the oxytocin loop, and the fMRI results. But there is a fragment of the canine spirit that science will never truly be able to measure: total devotion. Your dog is perhaps the only creature in the universe that understands your heart without needing you to say a single word. They don't need to know why you are sad. They only need to know that you are, and that they have the chemical and emotional tools to help you carry it. At MindfulCanineLab, we believe that when we understand the science behind their love, we move from being owners to being partners. We move from commanding to connecting. So the next time you feel a cold nose nudge your hand during your darkest hour, remember, it's not just a dog. It is a biological miracle. It is an ancient soul reaching across the species gap to tell you, I feel you, I am here, and you are not alone. Thank you for exploring the laboratory of the heart with us today. Go give your partner a mindful hug. You both need it.